Well, I'm up at Milltown. This is where I'm catching up with Charles Gard today, Director of Radio Manx Limited. There's an outside broadcast going on here, clearly. Well, we're talking about the future of public service broadcasting. Interesting, you sat through the whole debate yesterday, I gather.
Yes.
So you know what was going on, the mood, music, and that sort of thing. How do you think it went?
Well, the report was thrown out as it stood, and amendments were tabled, and they didn't finish the voting on it for various technical reasons, so the final vote will be next January. So we're still not resolved.
But it seemed to be going in your favour. I got the impression there was definitely a willingness to support Manx Radio, which sometimes you hear from people that it wasn't there. But so were you happy that there was that sort of underlying support?
Well, one of the people who doesn't support Manx Radio, of course, is you. You have had an obsession with Manx Radio for years.
Okay.
You're very... I don't know whether you're bitter towards us or what it is, but looking at your evidence, I would like to ask you what you thought of the debate.
I didn't hear it all.
You didn't? No.
I think there's been obviously bad blood between people. I mean, you know, there's
there's certainly bad blood between you and us.
No. What, between you and me, you mean?
No, not personally. We get on like a house on fire. But between you and Manx Radio,
really?
your pages of evidence here are...
Do you not like it? That's interesting. I didn't know you were going to go down the street, but carry on.
I know you didn't know we were going to go down the street. No, but I'm interested in your point of view. You've been lobbying against us for years. We know that because we hear it back from members. The place leaks like a sieve, which is great. And of course, you used your interview with Dr. Allenson to air your personal grievances against us.
You think so? Interesting.
Well, you did, because
you used that in your presentation to Tynwald. You actually used part of my interview.
Yes, which we credited you for.
You didn't credit the bit that used the pictures in Tynwald without my consent, did you?
Well, it's not your consent, actually. It's Manx Telecom's consent, because it's their copyright.
It's not actually. It's mine on those, because my cameras...
They've just told us it's their copyright.
Well, it's my cameras, and if you look at the end...
You need to argue that with them. The point
you could have asked, couldn't you, really? You could have asked.
Well, it was an oversight, but we did.
Oh, you accept that?
We certainly put you on at the end. The point I was getting at is that during that interview, you said to Dr. Allenson, I've asked Manx Radio, I've offered my services for Manx Radio, but they don't want to use me, and of course that's up to them. Now, what struck me about that is that here you are, well paid by Manx Telecom, according to you, using...
Who said that?
You
Sorry.
did. You
to
told
you?
me, yeah.
I've told you well paid, really?
Yeah, all right.
On interview? I mean, is it on the record, off the record stuff we're using
It's off
here?
the record, but it's on the record now.
Okay.
You then are using Manx Telecom's platform, which they're paying for, Manx Telecom Television, to air your personal grievances.
You don't think I've been balanced and fair at all, then? At all? None of it? You don't think... I mean, we've done lots of interviews about the whole thing, haven't we?
Yes.
And your interview... Was that not fair and balanced, the one we did last time?
Yes,
together?
but in Dr. Allenson's one, you used it to air your personal grievances. Now, look, that's not a criticism.
Do you know what? I don't honestly believe I did.
Well, you have a look at it.
I'd have to look back at it, because I was actually there for the BBC to film, to be honest.
Yeah, well, who are you doing it for? The point is that the platform, Manx Telecom's platform, is not regulated. This is fine. This is not a criticism, because the internet isn't regulated. But if you were a professional journalism and you were doing that on Manx Radio, and your gripe is that we don't use you, is that we would have to suspend you for using the platform to air your grievances, and we would be up in front of the Communications Commission for gross breach of our...
So there's one sentence I'm thinking you're taking issue with. I'm guessing that whole interview wasn't unfair. You accept that most of it was...
No, but you used it to get your personal grievances.
But don't you have a programme like Talking Heads each day, which you get a very much a personal opinion being put through by the presenter, and really the coverage of this subject hasn't really been done as fully maybe as you think. And again, if you're going to start using off the record stuff, you said all sorts of things about the presenter of that programme which weren't very kind to him.
Well, it's nothing I wouldn't have said to him. And
really?
I noticed in your evidence here... which is
fascinating. I didn't remember going down the street. I thought I was coming here just to ask you how it all went.
Well, there we are. But we're both involved in this.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Good, that's fine. In your evidence here, you actually almost libelled us. You said, recently, I understand...
Well, that covers me, I think.
Newsroom reporters were told to rewrite stories due to either a commercial sponsor or the management not liking the story. Now...
There is that, but I can't put it on the record.
Can you tell us what that was?
I can't tell you who it was, because that person said they didn't want to be named.
Really?
But they
That's
told
convenient, isn't it? Yeah.
You think I'm making it up, though? I mean, is that what
Well, I
you're
don't
trying to
know.
say?
If you can't tell
Well,
me who did it,
I
then...
can't because there's
Right.
a trust issue.
But you do understand that that is an
You
absolute...
must understand, Charles. Let's just calm us down a bit.
Okay.
I mean, where I don't know this will come from today. I thought I was just coming up here to ask you how it all went yesterday. We will put this all out because I don't edit these
That's
things.
fine. That's fine.
But
Good.
do you think Manx Radio have covered this story professionally themselves? Then have they had the Ron Berries, Jew and Turners in to put their views over? Do you think you handled as a station this fair and in a balanced manner?
Yes.
So really, you don't think the other side, the
Well,
other people
if we have Ron
involved?
Berry on, we'd have to have everybody on who's given evidence. And you're here now defending your evidence. So
Well,
that's a start.